Number 12, once again our measurements change. And number 12, PR is 14, RS is 7, RT is 26, and we need to find SU. Now, is the number 7 going to appear in the proportion? No. Okay? Because now I'm dealing with an entire side of a completely separate triangle. So I need to have, focusing on the small triangle, PRT. PR over the bottom, RT, is equal to, now focus on the large triangle, 21 over X. The entire side over the bottom, okay? The entire side of the small triangle over the bottom equals the entire side of the large triangle over the bottom. And then we can find out what X had a value of, and you should get 39. So it's understanding how to write your proportions, okay? You've got to make sure, remember like I said, if you're comparing cats over dogs, you've got to set that equal to cats over dogs. You have to have the same things aligned in the proper location. All right. And then 13 and 14 dealt with the other theorem that we learned Friday. We learned one that said if that line was parallel, then certain proportions were met. Then we had another one that said if an angle is bisected, which these tick marks here, these little curvy lines, indicate that that angle of the triangle has been bisected. Then we said that there were also pieces that were created that were proportional to each other. In number 13, let me finish off my picture. In number 13, we are told that GK has a value of 5, KB has a value of 8, GE is equal to 7, and we're asked to find EB. EK is the line that is bisecting angle E, and it has just created two similar triangles, basically, okay? The left-hand side of the triangle over the left-hand portion that was just created by that angle bisector is equal to the right-hand side of the triangle over the right-hand segment that was created by the angle bisector. This is your triangle angle bisector theorem. And your proportion is set up in this way to where you can find the value of X. When we cross multiply, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't multiply. What is that? 11.2. My sinus infection had me thinking 7 times 8 was 42. I was like, 5 don't go into 42 11 times. Okay. All right. And then number 14 says, if GE is 14, EB is 21, and GB is 30. All right, well, we need to be able to set up the proportion where GE over GK equals EB over BK. But I don't know either GK or BK right now, okay? We're trying to find this. So that's what I'm going to label X. I need to know how to write KB so that it's by itself. Can anybody tell me?
Use your smart board.
If this entire bottom is 30 units long, and this has a value of 10, how would you find the rest? You'd subtract 10 from 30, right? Well, if the whole thing's 30 and this has a value of X, not X minus 30, 30 minus X. And so now you have the pieces that are necessary to figure out the value of X. Because 14 over X is equal to 21 over 30 minus X. All right, now this one's not as simple as all the others we've been doing. When we multiply here, we have 21X. When I multiply here, I must remember to distribute. 420 minus 14X. Add 14X to both sides. And then divide both sides by 35. You get 12. X had a value of 12. Now make sure you answer the question that was asked. If they had said, find KB, then we'd say it's 18. Okay? This chapter it's on using proportions. But what's important is that we know how to set up the proportions correctly. Because if I would have put this, would I have gotten the same answer? Absolutely not. Okay? Plus you just made life a whole lot harder on yourself. Because you're dealing with trinomials now. You have to factor. You have to make sure that you're getting your stuff in the right order. So, similar polygons. What are the characteristics of similar? Look, as a way to help you, if y'all haven't caught on in the past couple of tests,
Not really.
I add some little definitions and like true-false type things for you. That's supposed to be helping you. So make sure you know your definitions and your theorems and stuff like that. But let's talk about the characteristics of similar polygons. What do we know about all corresponding angles?
They're equal.
They're equal. The corresponding angles are equal, but the corresponding sides are what? Proportional. Proportional. And when we start looking, that's in there. All right.
You got that one right.
If I gave you these two measures and I asked you to find X,
Easy peasy.
start with your scale factor, finding two sides that we already know the proportion or the two measures for, which would be between these tick marks, 5 and 15, which is 1/3. And then simply go about and find all your corresponding parts. Remember, if you always put the smaller one on the top, it makes life easier. 3 is part of the smaller shape. X is its corresponding part, and it's part of the larger shape. And then we find the value of X, which would be 9. Okay?